that all the crawfish traps we got?
What are you up to?
I'm going crawfishing.
Did you ask your daddy if you could use the boat?
No. Why would he care, Kay? It's old.
Well, just 'cause it's old, it still has value to it.
My parents were hoarders before hoarding was cool.
Well, you know, it's still valuable to Phil, even if it's old.
I mean, they just can't throw anything away. And the older something is, the less bad you feel about using it.
You better make sure it's okay.
Well, if we bring Phil back a big mess of crawfish, he'll never say a word.
Oh, he'll be happy, happy, happy.
Yeah, he'll like that. Just don't tear up anything doing it.
Well, if I tear it up, I'll replace it. I mean, that's just the code among rednecks.
Look, anything tore up, I have nothing to do with it.
All right, thanks
Kay,
for the
let's
warning.
Go. Let's get out of here.
I'm driving.
You in the middle?
No, I ain't in the middle.
Dadgummit.
I'm claustrophobic.
Well, how you think I feel? It's just a big Martin sandwich.
Woo, what a day for this. What a day. These are the days you live for. Unless y'all want to go back up there and work.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
No, this is way better than work.
Because you wake up in the morning, go into a concrete bunker, and then all of a sudden, freedom.
Uh-oh, flat tire, lost the shoe. Hold on, I lost my shoe.
Easy.
Ow, I got a rock in my shoe.
Hold on, let me climb in this thing.
All right.
Whoa! I think we got a little leak here. Look, I see where the water's coming from. Start paddling toward the bank. Don't worry.
What we going? Whoa, good.
Any floating vessel can sink.
Wow. Golly. Good grief.
I think the Titanic proved that.
Oh, that was a fish. Hey, I'm on the motor.
Now, the difference in us and the Titanic was I brought 2 icebergs with me. Well, we ain't going crawfishing.
No?
Where's the new dog?
That yipping thing. No, you have to do it like this. Muffin!
Muffin. Is that her
Yeah,
name, Kay?
you have to call her just like that.
Muffin.
That dog ain't good for nothing except eating everything in sight.
Miss Kay is a dog lover, so am I. They're pretty good first line of defense. If they bark at another dog, you can tell the bark they have and make them shut up. If they're just barking because they're happy to be a dog and living in America, I know what that bark is, too.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
Uh-oh. Where have you been?
Boy, y'all worked up a big sweat doing something.
The last thing that I want to hear is what I'm fixing to hear. The I told you so from my mom, and I'm going to get the what are you thinking from my dad. No, we went out there enjoying the day. We was going to get some crawfish.
Where are they at? I'm hungry for a good mess of crawfish.
Well, we took that boat you had out there,
Yeah.
and one of these boys forgot to put the plug in it.
Do what?
We buried that boat and the motor and all the gear.
What'd I tell you about you tearing up things?
We didn't tear it up, we sunk it.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's just at the bottom.
Y'all been riding in boats your whole life. I mean, I can't believe you sunk it right there where you're talking about.
When something crazy happens, my dad then feels like he needs to give you a lecture on why the plug is important to the boat. And you gotta sit there and listen because you sunk it. And it's his boat.
Y'all didn't even check to see if there's a plug in the boat?
No.
Oh, good night of living. Chase.
This would be like giving me the birds and bees speech for my 20-year anniversary. I got that. I have 3 kids. I figured it out.
What do they sound like
They
right
sound
now?
like city slickers to me. I mean, you know, good night.
You take a boat and you shove it off and get in it without a plug in it, and you got 2 375-pounders with you. It's like a house cat who gets his tail caught in a fan. It won't be long now.
Well, did I own anything that was in the boat?
You owned everything in the boat.
Had all my snacks in it.
Boat, motor, snacks, anything else?
My hands smell like taco meat.
What? What did he say?
Well, I tell you what, we're going back down in that hole. This time it's gonna be we. I'm going with y'all. It's time to get swampy again. You sure it's tied onto the boat?
I did the best I could. I was up under the water.
You ain't got nothing there.
Well, good night. I can pull this out, whatever this is.
Yeah, it ain't the boat.
God.
Oh, good night.
Oh, yeah.
What did you get?
Well, I was 12 in the neighborhood.
Starting over.
The creeks and rivers where we hang out, the visibility is about 1 centimeter. Hey, you want to come do this?
Nope.
Ha ha. You hooked up on a log. Well, I thought it was the boat.
Come on out of there with it, Jace. You got it tied?
Oh, I got it tied this time.
To the boat?
To the boat. Hit it.
Come on out of there with it.
Goblin.
Come on, Goblin, get out of there with it.
Here we go. I see yellow. I see boat. I see strap. Oh, there's the boat. Hey, all right.
Now we're cooking with peanut oil.
Merry Christmas. Here's your boat. Here's your crappy motor. All your traps. Your net. Can we go now?
Where's my drag?
Let me see.
Where's my drag?
I'm looking. It was right here.
My drag.
It's gone.
Huh?
It's somewhere in between here and there.
Got to find that.
It's just a piece of metal.
It's worth more than that whole contraption, I'll tell you that. I've had that drag for 25 years. I've dragged up as many hoop net with that. Got to have it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get it.
Where's my drag?
So how exactly did y'all manage to sink the entire boat?
Godwin didn't put the plug in the boat. It wasn't funny. We could have died.
They were acting like yuppie boys,
How is that acting like a yuppie boy that I wanted to go catch some crawfish?
trying to crank a motor that hadn't been cranked in 5 years without a plug in the boat.
I didn't know the motor
2
hadn't been-
walruses in one end of the boat, yuppies all the way.
Yeah, this whole bunch, after watching this fiasco, their redneck edge is beginning to slowly morph into yuppieism.
If y'all would just throw some of this stuff away instead of keeping it as antiques, this wouldn't have happened.
Some old things become more valuable as they get older, don't you know? Like myself.